Alright, so what's up guys, I'm Campizzo coming back at y'all with a new video. The OG setup. This is the original Campizzo videos, the original story times. As you guys probably do know, today is Sunday. I haven't posted a story time Sunday video in so damn long. It's been forever. Like, it really feels like it's been forever. So I'm super excited to bring this back. And today I have a really special video for you guys because not only is this like a huge milestone in my life and a big deal for me as like a person and a basketball player, but it also serves like a great message about mentality and mindset and really setting your mind to the goals that you want to achieve. So I really want to send a good message about mentality in this video and just explain to you how this whole situation absolutely changed my basketball career. But before we get into this story time video, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm Campizzo. I make a ton of basketball videos, vlogs, funny videos with my girl, Q&As, everything like that. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button and click that little bell thingy so you can get notifications for all my videos. My motivation is higher than ever with these videos. I'm going to be posting so frequently, so you definitely want to be subscribed and turn on that notification bell so you know all my videos and when they drop, etc, etc. Also, if you do want to go follow me on social media, my Twitter and Instagram is at campizzoferrato, and my Snapchat will pop up right here. Just screenshot and add me on Snapchat, or if you want to type it in, it's at campizzoyt. I've said this in multiple videos. I respond to a lot of people. It just depends on if I see it or not. So like, if it pops up while I'm on Snapchat, I slide through. I show some love back if they're showing love to me on the Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter. And yeah, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I did not make this video to boast, toot my own horn, or brag about like me scoring this amount of points at such a young age. This is because I want to send a message about mentality and how if you really set your mind to something and tell your mind that you're going to do something, you can actually physically do it. Now, this is relevant for basically anything in life, and I am a strong believer that you can basically do anything you set your mind to. Obviously, there's some things that you physically cannot do, but in terms of like setting goals in your life and doing things in life, if you set your mind to it and you work hard enough to achieve that goal, I promise you all, you will achieve that goal. It's all about right here. It's all about that heart and how much work you put in. So let this video be a message to you guys about mentality and setting your mind to the goals that you want to achieve. I don't know why everyone has to turn every video around on me and make it seem like I'm bragging or make it seem like I think I'm better than everyone. The main reason this game was such a big deal to me was not because I scored 43 points. It was because this game was the most pivotal moment in my basketball career. Not only in my basketball career, but in my life. Because growing up playing basketball and sports, I wasn't the most confident. I really had the skills. Like, I was always a better dribbler than everyone. I was always like a good ball handler and I could do a lot with the ball, blah, blah, blah. But I was just never too confident. I never trusted myself. This game was the reason I started being more confident in myself. So I really guess you could say this game is the reason I'm here where I am today. As an athlete and a basketball player, this game absolutely changed my mindset completely. So for that reason, this is one of the most important games of my entire life, and I'm very happy to share this story with you. Now, I do have some footage from the team I was on. I literally dug through like my old main computer downstairs, and I dug through that for like literally an hour and a half trying to find footage from the game. And then I came to the realization that this game was in 7th grade, and I was like recording none of my AAU games at that point. There's no document of it besides the stat sheet, and I have no idea where that is. I just checked it after the game, and those stats stuck in my head because of how big of a deal this game was to me. But that being said, since I don't have any footage from 7th grade, I'll throw up some footage from 6th grade just for you guys to watch and see how I was when I was younger. I look way different. This is back in the Yoda days. Shout out to all those original subscribers that know Campizzo as Yoda. I appreciate you so much. I love you guys, and I still love the name Yoda. I love that nickname, and I love to go by it. I'm excited to show you guys how Yoda was playing basketball in 6th grade, and also give you the story about how I dropped 43 points in a game, which was my career high of all time. I've never scored that much in a game. Alright, so to start this story off, basically I was playing AAU in 7th grade, and I had a tournament that weekend. I was playing in multiple games. Now, our first game of the tournament, we played this team from Hartford, which is a team out of Connecticut. It's a ton of kids from the city. Tons of kids try out, and they take the best teams. So Hartford, Bloomfield, any teams like that are always like 3 times better than what we are at the time, because I come from a town in Connecticut that's very small. Compared to those big cities, we are nothing. We are absolutely nothing. They're all bigger, all faster. A couple of them can dunk. I didn't do that well. I was doing pretty bad, honestly, and that always got in my head so much. When I played bad, I would always get in my head terribly. And we're down like literally 40 or 50 points, alright? It's the last few minutes of the game. Basically, none of our team is trying at this point. We're all super exhausted, all super pissed off that we're getting blown out this bad right now. And my dad's watching from the sideline. So this kid starts dribbling up, it's late in the game, and I just play the worst defense I've ever played, James Harden level defense, because I didn't give a shit, and I just had such a bad attitude at the time. We were getting blown out, I felt terrible, I was in a horrible mood, and I didn't play defense that whole game. I played shit that whole game, I played terrible. So good old Papa Pizzo, aka Manu Ginobili, was watching from the sidelines. He did not like this at all. He was super pissed at me. He could not believe what he was seeing. So after the game, he had some words for me, and we ended up getting in this huge fight. He was absolutely beyond pissed, like ballistic pissed. Now we're in the car after the game, and I'm in a terrible mood because of how bad we just played and how bad I just played. So I'm giving him a ton of sass back, a ton of attitude back, and he's just coming at me. He's like,
I'm paying this amount of money for you to do nothing. You did shit. You barely tried that entire game.
Now my dad is not a mean dad at all. He rarely ever gets mad at me. He rarely ever swears at me. But in this moment, he was going ballistic, like I said.
You didn't even try. You guys got blown up by 50. None of your team was fucking trying. Your attitude is terrible.
I remember when I was younger, I always felt like my dad was too harsh on me with sports and stuff. Looking back on it, I'm glad he was, because it turned me into the person I am today and the athlete I am today. He literally told me I'm terrible at basketball. I literally said at one point, now this is horrible, I literally said, Dad, I want to fucking punch you right now. I was like, I want to punch you. I was in 7th grade and I said that to him. I was like, I want to punch you. He's like,
oh, that's good. Then get out of my fucking car.
Like, he was literally freaking out. I was freaking out. And my mom's just in the passenger seat just listening to all this, like, bruh. My dad's saying all of that to me, telling me I'm absolutely horrible at basketball, that I'm going to be nothing in basketball, that I'm not going to do anything. Put me into the greatest mindset I've ever had before a game. And I literally told him, I was like, I'm going to fucking prove you wrong this game. Watch how I play. Watch how I do this. Blah, blah, watch how good I play this next game. And I literally had the best mindset I've ever had in my entire life. It's all about mindset. That's all I can say. It's all about the mentality going into the game you're about to play. If you can convince yourself, literally, like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna drop 30 this next game. I'm saying, like, you need to literally convince yourself it's going to happen. You need to visualize it happening. You need all this in your mindset. And mentality before the game is the most important part. So my dad's screaming at me, my dad's shitting on me before that game, absolutely freaking out. Put me in the best mentality I've ever had before a game. This was in 7th grade. I was not even that talented, not even that good at shooting. And I get to that game absolutely pissed. I haven't said a word to any of my teammates. I was not talking to my friends on the team, not talking to anyone, not talking to the coaches. That game started and I just knew something felt different. It really did feel different. Like, I was shooting in the pregame warm-ups and I was not missing. I was not missing a shot. And right when that game started, I felt the difference. I pulled up from 3, first possession, drained it, and throughout that game, I just was not missing. I took so many shots that game, but we were down so many players. We were literally running with 6 players, so it was 5 starting, 1 on the bench. So I played the entire game. I was a super hot hand that game. It was absolutely unreal. Like, it was the most unreal thing I've ever seen. The mindset that I set myself into before that game had me absolutely focused, absolutely locked in. I was ready to prove my dad wrong. I just wanted to make this man eat his words because of what he said to me before that game. 43 points when that game ended, and I just really was not missing that entire game. I had tons of layups, tons of floaters, tons of mid-range pull-ups. There was so much stuff, and just every single shot was falling. I felt like I was untouchable. I had to prove him wrong. I was determined to prove him wrong. There was nothing else on my mind during that game. I was locked in, focused, and that being said, mentality is the most important thing. I cannot stress it enough. I was either 12 or 13 years old at that time, and somehow I managed to put up 43 points. I've never done that before. Never done anything. I think the most I put up since then is like 30 or 35. The most pivotal game of my entire life. I still to this day cannot believe that happened. After the game, I looked at my dad, blank face, didn't say a word, and he's like, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. He admitted he was wrong for putting me down. He apologized and said, thank you for proving him wrong. And he said, you need to keep that level of intensity every single game from now on. And like I said, that was the most pivotal game of my entire career. It changed me as a basketball player. It changed me as a person. And I'm really glad I got to share that with you guys today. Let this story be a message to you, something you can learn from as an athlete. And yeah, that being said, that's really it for this video. You guys gotta let me know what you think of these storytime videos, if you enjoy them, if you don't, if they're boring, if they're fun. And yeah, that's really it for this video. I'm Campizzo. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe.
Pull up with a stick, let it hit.